Hello everyone. So my daughter came up and asked me to fix the pencil sharpener because it was not working. Long story short, with a little bit of investigating, I realized she stuck the wrong side of the pencil, the eraser end, down that hole to sharpen. So this is an X-ACTO model 195X pencil sharpener. I looked on YouTube, found repairs for different ones, but did not find a repair for this one. I did go online. There was a website that had step-by-step instructions. I'll link those in the description below. But so I started taking it apart. Wanted to share the video just so anyone who has it can figure it out. So this was the one of the culprits. Let me see, that's gonna zoom in. So that's basically the aluminum little end, the metal end of the back of the pencil. So that I was able to discover pretty quickly after I took, let's see here, the top of this pencil sharpener. Here, hold on. So I removed the top of this cover, just pops right out. Kind of need two hands. And I found that piece, kind of hard to see, but it was in there inside the metal, the gears inside there. So I popped that metal piece out of there. But as you look inside, you can kind of tell there's still some pink in there. And that is the eraser that's stuck. So how to try to figure out how to get this open. So there are, a couple, like a button right there that I tried picking at, and there's a button in there, and nothing seemed to release. So there's these two screws on the inside. So real quickly, I'm going to try to, take one apart and take step by step, because show you how I got this thing open. I'm sorry for the poor quality here. So you take those screws out right there. Sorry, I'm filming this from my phone. So not the best quality here. Just trying to share a little bit of wisdom. So that comes out right there. There's a second one right there. So once you get those two screws out, you can see, but problem is it still won't pop open. Still, something's holding it. Went to the back, that thing doesn't look like it's got anything in there, and tried popping it. No clips, nothing like that. Found out that there are more screws behind these two little pieces. So let me show you those. So just grab a little craft scalpel here, and so you take that, you kind of peel that back, comes off. It's glued on there, but kind of double-sided tape. So with that off, you'll see here inside there are Phillips screws. So you unscrew that piece and unscrew that piece. Let me do that and I'll show you next step. So now I got those two. Those two are smaller screws. So the ones on the inside are longer. Those are smaller, shorter screws. So now that should pop right out. So grab it. There you go. And that opens that up, right? So you got the pencil sharpener right there. So now there's this. This slides right up. And this is the entire unit of the pencil sharpener. So as you pull on that, it'll actually open up the whole thing. I'll be able to slide that whole thing out. you can kind of do it one-handed. You can see it's sliding that back little cover out. All that is coming out. So, just kind of take it with one hand. Be a little more gentle with it and kind of use two hands to slide it out, but that pops right out. So now you got the gears here. You got the little motor. Careful not to rip any of those connections as you're handling this. So just, black and red wire there. And now you got more screws in the back. And so in the back, really, you should be just unscrewing. There's 4 screws there on that hold this piece to that piece, because all we're trying to do is get to the inside of here. Try to get this cover off so that we can peel all this stuff out. So let me take those screws out and I'll show you what's behind that. So got those screws out, just small little screws. That should slide right out. Now you can see already on the inside, you can kind of see the carnage in there. You got some stuff that got stuck, pieces of the eraser. So I'm gonna slide that off real easy. Expose those gears. Like I said, this kind of all comes out. Get all that off with one hand, more or less. There is a wire that kind of runs in there, so you want to be careful with that, and that just kind of pops right over. So without tugging on it too much, because again, you don't want to break any kind of wires in there, you got this. So now I'm going to try to use the tweezers there to see how much of that I can get out on my own. So the gears do spin, but it's just jammed in there. So try to get some of that out, and if I can get all of it out right here, that's great. If not, you just, even as I'm spinning, you can kind of already see some of the stuff coming out. And if I need to open it up some more, I will show you. Okay, so by using a combination of that little scalpel, the tweezers, we were able to get all this stuff out. There's the rubber piece, all the little carnage, and as you can see, that looks clear. It's clean inside there. Everything spins freely.